Hey guys, welcome back to another segment of Noah's Corner. Today we're going to look at how new technology has changed how we perceive and immerse ourselves in reality. In particular, how social media and the internet have done this. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
Social media originally started in 1997 with a website called 6 Degrees. This website allowed you to upload a profile picture and connect with friends. Since then, social media has evolved substantially and from having games to play with friends to an online marketplace for people to sell whatever they want. It's literally become its own virtual world. As Brian Bowe describes, people who grow up in the social media generation have a different perception of the world. This is due to them representing the concept of a digital native, a term formulated in a series of articles published in 2001 by technologist Mark Prensky. He described how recent generations are learning and adapting to new technology quicker and easier due to them being exposed to digital technology from a young age. This concept is a key factor in understanding how social media has changed our perception of the world. It's created a virtual world for people to share thoughts, network, and connect with people and companies, launch brands, and among other things, it has allowed us to do this with people all over the world, where we could never do this previously. With social media nowadays, we keep comparing ourselves to people that we believe have it all together, the perfect life. From the outside looking in, we see how happy these people are in pictures and we believe that they must know some big secret we don't. We forget how edited, posed and calculated pictures are nowadays and wonder why our lives aren't as elaborate, entertaining or fun. We too often start thinking about people who are inhuman perfect and strive to be like what we see, not realizing our lives and who we are is more than good enough. Psychologist Lauren Ellis led a focus group on the perception of femininity in today's society and how it's changed over time and specifically the influence the media has had on the involvement of these ideas. This focus group consisted of women ranging in age and varying occupations, as well as political views. The effect of social media on self-esteem and self-perception of women was the topic that came up time to time during the discussion. The women conversed on the topic and how coming of age as a woman has always been difficult regardless of the generation. However, they all admitted that the influence of social media has made it significantly more difficult to be a confident woman in today's society. One woman in the focus group spoke on how she will start out the day feeling very confident in herself, her life and her appearance. Her morning routine even consisted of her standing in the mirror telling herself she is beautiful until she genuinely believes it. She will then go on with her routine, which usually includes catching up on Instagram on her phone as she scrolls through picture after picture of beautiful women, whether it be a celebrity, a professional model, or a self-proclaimed Insta model. She then finds herself second-guessing everything she loved about herself. Only 2 minutes before going on Instagram, her confidence is shot to the ground. She tells the group she cannot help but compare every aspect of herself and her life with the women on her phone screen and finds that she does not measure up. The other women in the group admitted that even with knowing that majority of the images in the social media are altered or enhanced, it is dramatically influences the way in which they perceive their own appearances as well as the lives they lead. Research has already shown that out of all social media platforms, Instagram is the worst when it comes to mental health. In terms of depression, anxiety and low self-esteem, the data tells us nothing new, yet we continue to ignore it and live our lives in a bogus version of reality, far removed from our real lives. Not to mention the obsessive and all-consuming nature of curating, comparing, and competing over a digital platform, which takes us out of the present moment and into a dark place. While there's so many positive things about the internet and social media, one of the key issues surrounding the internet is the use of privacy. Internet users are becoming more sensitive to the insight that privacy is a must-have in our lives. Privacy has risen near the top of the agenda in step with an increasing awareness of the implications of social media. Much of the time, people started to use social media with no real idea of the dangers and have wised up only through trial and error, sheer accident and mistakes. Lately, inappropriate use of social media seems to hit the headlines every day. Celebrities posting inappropriate comments to their profiles, private pictures and tapes linked to internet at large companies, displaying arrogance towards users and even criminal activities involving private data tracking or social media exploitation. All this shows that, contrary to what many people have assumed, online security and privacy are crucial, and I believe that will become even more important going forward. And although every user needs privacy, the issue is particularly sensitive for minors. Despite attempts to raise their awareness, children still behave recklessly online. the rise of the internet, it sparked a debate on how online communication affects social relationships. The internet frees us from geographical fetters and brings us together in topic-based communities that are not tied down to any specific place. Ours is networked, globalised, and society connected by new technologies. The internet is the tool we use to interact with one another and accordingly poses new challenges to privacy and security. Information technologies have wrought fundamental change throughout society, driving it forward from an industrial age to a networked era. In our world, global information networks are vital infrastructure. But in what ways has this changed human relations? The internet has changed business, education, government, healthcare, and even the ways we interact with our loved ones. It has become one of the key drivers of social evolution. The changes in our social communication are of particular significance, although analog tools still have their place in some sectors. New technologies are continuing to gain ground every day, transforming our communication practices and possibilities, particularly among younger people. The internet has removed all communication barriers, online and conventional constraints of space and time disappear. There's a dizzyingly wide range of communicative possibilities. The impact of social media applications has triggered discussion of the new communication democracy. The development of the internet today is being shaped predominantly by the instant mobile communications. The mobile internet is a fresh revolution. Comprehensive internet connectivity via smartphones and tablets is leading an increasingly mobile reality. We are not tied to any specific device and everything is in the cloud. The real value of social media is that you can stay in touch from moment to moment with people who really matter to you. Social media lets you share experiences and information that get people and ideas in touch instantly without frontiers, camaraderie, friendship and solidarity, social phenomena that have been around as long as humanity itself. They have been freed from conventional restrictions of space and time and can now thrive in a rich variety of ways. Out of all the plethora of communication opportunities that the internet has opened up, I would highlight the emergence of social media and the way they have intricately melded into our daily lives has changed our personal space, altering the way we interact with our loved ones, our friends, and our sexual partners. They have forced us to rethink even basic daily processes like studying and shopping, and they have affected the economy by nurturing the business startup culture and electronic commerce. They have even given us ways to form broad-based political movements.
And that's it. Thanks so much for watching Noah's Corner. We hope to see you next time.